nice chilly morning. It's only like, I don't know, maybe high 40s, low 50s. Relatively chilly. Not too bad though. It's definitely a break from all the humidity. Morning, kitties. My welcoming committee when they come outside. Where's your friend? There he is. Morning, kitties. Morning. So I'm just out here, gotta feed some stuff. Gotta get that out of the back of my truck so I can go to work today. Probably not a good idea to travel with that through the big city of Watertown. I'll go out, let the chickens out, see what they're up to. I mowed down some of the side lawn last night at 9 o'clock at night, but it's one of those things that needed to get done. It was getting a little out of hand, and I want to move that box and put it right here, but this was all overgrown, so I had to do something. So I just mowed it down quick. Wasn't the perfect mow job, but you know, it'll do, I guess. Look over here and see what the chickens and turkeys and ducks are up to. Next week I'm probably gonna start butchering turkeys. Morning, chickens. Morning, turkeys. Morning, ducks. There they are. There's the flock. This one hurt its foot. I'm not sure if I need to pull that one out and separate them or what I should do. You guys need water? You do. Get you guys some water and a scoop of food. Morning. Go get them a scoop of food, and we'll move the meat birds as well. Cats are up in the tree. It's actually a nice morning. Pigs are waiting for their food. They're all happy. It's a good morning. All the birds are chirping, the chickens are chirping, the goslings are chirping. The piglets are out running around. It's not a bad morning. Kind of nice to hear that in the mornings. Some food. Jackson's little four-wheeler. He's gonna give that a run later, I guess. He wants to get back on it, which is good. He didn't give up, so I was worried when he tipped it over that he's gonna give up on it because he got scared. But he asked me last night if he felt better today, if he could ride his four-wheeler. So figured, why not? Morning, goslings. So these guys aren't very old, but they're getting to be feathered out. So I don't know if you can see them there. So probably, I don't know, maybe next week I'll relocate them with the other flock. Let them start getting acquainted over there. Maybe put a little pen up so they don't get attacked or anything. But it's going to be time to get them out of the chicken tractor and onto bigger pastures. So they're essentially going to be our guard geese, which is what we're going to need for our flock. Hopefully it works out. One of them is a male, one's a female. So maybe we'll have goose eggs and maybe some hatchlings. So we'll see. I believe we have a rooster with the chickens. I'm not quite sure yet. I thought I heard it crowing the other morning, but our neighbor has chickens too, so could have been theirs. I really don't know, but so that'll be interesting. I haven't had a rooster yet, so time will tell with that. Hear the duck quacking in the background. Looks like it might rain today. A little gloomy off that way. So Marisha started making her own seasoning, and when I say her own seasoning, I mean dehydrated onion and garlic, and then ground it up. So it goes with one of those fundamentals of our homestead, is that, you know, self-sufficiency and basically living off what you have. So instead of spending $9-10 on a thing of garlic powder, she made her own. So we'll have some of that for sale tomorrow. See if people like it. You know, it's literally there's no additives, there's no salts, there's no nothing. It's literally ground up garlic and ground up onion. That's it, and just in a container. So I mean, you can't get any more natural than that. So there's no preservatives, no salts, none of that stuff. So we tried it. She used it on a soup type thing she made last night. It was really good. So you really can't tell the difference, I guess, between store-bought stuff and her stuff, other than probably better for you. But so we're gonna try some of that. So our whole homestead concept and our whole business concept and principle is that everything we sell, we either make our own, grow our own, or raise it. So, and it's all done here. Obviously, like with candles and stuff like that, you know, there's certain things that we have to outsource, but like the mints and stuff she puts in her candles, all grown out back. The garlic and onion and stuff, she literally just harvested a bunch of onions the other day. So all that stuff's here. So the whole concept is locally raised and grown stuff and being self-sufficient. So sorry if I'm stuffy, my allergies get the best of me in the morning. So what we've learned going to some of these farmers markets is some of the produce you get is not necessarily grown by the people that are selling it to you. In fact, they go to produce auctions and purchase bulk amounts of produce and bring it to a market. So I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of farming. So we talked about maybe trying that, but at the end of the day, it goes against my principle that I have for our business. And I don't want to really be buying somebody else's stuff and selling it all the time. We have an egg supplier, which is good, but that's, you know, she has the same principles and values that we do. So for us to sell her eggs, it's really not going against our principles. I won't sell anybody else's chicken. I can send you to people that sell chicken, but I won't purchase their chicken and sell it as mine. I won't sell anybody else's pork. I can point you in the direction of other people's pork, but the goal and the principle of the business is we started doing this for better quality of food and for better health and all that other stuff. So we can't really, I don't want to go against those things. I would rather tell everybody I'm sold out of something than try to fake it as my own. So, and it's like the goat milk soaps and stuff. We've learned people are just buying store-bought goat milk and trying to pass it off as, you know, fresh, organic goat milk. You know, they're just buying it in the store and making soaps out of it and then turning it around and selling it. I don't know, is that the right thing to do? I don't know. Is it the wrong thing to do? No, there's nothing saying you can't. But if I'm going to, sorry guys, didn't mean to drop you. If I'm going to sell something, I want full disclosure of where the stuff's coming from. So, you know, I'm not bashing any of those people by any means. I mean, that's how they're doing, and they're doing well at it, so good for them. But that's not what we want to do. And we want to be able to raise chickens and turkeys and ducks and pigs and whatever else is coming in a month. And we want to do it the right way. And we want to do it using our land. So it was just kind of eye-opening in that some of the produce you go and buy isn't locally sourced. It's either from Pennsylvania or downstate, which I guess technically is still local, maybe, but it was just discouraging. So, but that's not what we do here. Not beating up on those guys in any shape of the imagination. Just, it's not what we do here. You know, I want our stuff raised here. You know, I want to be able to say, this is a chicken that was out in my yard yesterday, running around, eating grass, eating bugs, and lived a good life and not in a small box. And I know what the chicken's getting. It's getting scraps from the garden, like leaves and, you know, different plants like that. Morning, piggies. So I know what it's getting and what it's not getting. So I know it's a little bit of a rant, but I think that was important for, I think I grabbed the wrong bucket. It'll be all right. It's still wet food. I think that's important for people to know where we stand. That's why I won't sell you guys a chicken that goes about, I don't know, I mean, they're still good, but I like to sell them a couple weeks after being butchered. I don't like to sell them after that. You know, people want freshly butchered chicken. So, and there's kind of a misnomer there because it's technically frozen, but kind of has to be. So there's a little bit of a fly control trap. Going over and feed the big pigs. I'm only giving them couple scoops of feed. So they go to butcher on August 4th. So I don't want to, they're pretty decent size. I'm actually, the pigs I'm going to send in December, I'm going to try to get an earlier butcher date for, just because these ones are pretty big. And once they get to a certain point, they start just putting on fat. So we don't want that. Like, he's a big boy. She's a big girl. So they're excited for their feed. See? But they're energetic though. See how they just run around? See, watch, they'll follow me with the bucket. See? See how energetic they are though? That's what we want. That's the pork chop you want to eat. That's the ham you want. That's the bacon you want. You know, look how energetic they are. Look how big they are. You know, they're doing good. They're living a good life. So yes, we slaughter the pigs, but, well, we don't, but they go to slaughter. It's kind of the way of life. We need to get back and connecting with that, where our food comes from. So, but they're happy. You know, they're energetic. They're not just slumming around in mud and poop and whatever else they're usually slumming around in. So it's just not what we do here, you know. How do you get people to appreciate good quality raised meat? Well, unfortunately, you can't really change the whole world with it. You know, you gotta get the clientele, get the people that like it, you know. So that's where we ask our customers, you know, if you like the stuff, put a review out there. Let us know. Let everyone else know. You know, let them know what they're getting. Let them know what they're buying. Let them know what they're missing. Because honestly, that's the only way we're gonna spread the word of what we do and what pretty much every other small farmer does. Because you don't see these small farms. You don't see these small farms just loading up cattle and, you know, just shoving them in a box and stuff like that. If you just drive down any back road, find a small farm, Google a farm near you, just Google one and go drive by it. You'll see that most small farmers, they have the same principles, you know, grass-fed, pasture-raised. So I'm gonna reference Just a Few Acres Farm. It's a guy by the name of Pete, and he's down in Ithaca, New York. And I'll put his video I just watched last night down in the description, but he talks about small farms and how he feels they're going to be the way of the future, and how small farms will be able to feed millions. And we can. It's just we have to get back, people have to get back to understanding where food comes from and appreciating the locality. Because he mentions a couple things on, you know, the big farmers, the big corporations, and the big meat processing plants and stuff, how vulnerable they are. I mean, I don't know if you guys pay attention, but one of the beef processing plants got hacked with ransomware or something like that. So that puts a damper on things. You know, price of pork is going out of this world. And it's not even pasture pork. It's just regular run-of-the-mill pork. So why is that? You know, it's the economy. It's rough. So he explains it a lot better than I do. So I'll put his link to his channel and to that specific video down in the comments, because I thought it was very informative and very good video. So if you like stuff like that, he's really smart guy. So one day I'm hoping to actually drive down to Ithaca and meet him. But so small farmers can do it, just we need the help of the community to do it. Go to local farmers markets, go to your local farmers market and just, you know, buy a dozen eggs, or buy, let me set you right here, gotta get this thing down, you know, buy a dozen eggs, buy whatever, but just do something to support a local farmer. You know, they do a lot of hard work. Some of us do it part-time, you know, like I do, which is fine, but a lot of work. A lot of work goes into this stuff. So
you know, the days were here for small farmers back in the day, and the community, I think, in greed and convenience, decided to opt for the bigger guy. You know, as everyone's world got busier, and, you know, work 2 or 3 jobs, and, you know, it's hard to compete with that stuff. So how do you support your community, support your local farmer? You know, I know growing up I knew a lot of farmers, and they always would complain about milk prices, and, you know, dairy farming is a whole nother beast. Dairy farming is very complex, but I do know a couple that have a dairy farm, and they do okay, but they have principles that they go off of. And I saw a post, it was maybe a year ago now, they had to dump a whole vat of milk because they had a cow, I think, with mastitis, and they had to treat it. Well, the cow didn't get marked properly, you know, things happen, and they milked that cow. So instead of just passing it off as, you know, non-antibiotic, they dumped the whole vat. So that I can only imagine how much money that was. So it's rough, and, you know, these people rely on that stuff. So, you know, how do you get back to that community sense of support in farming and stuff? Just, you got to support local farmers. So hopefully I don't drop this on my head, but we're gonna see what happens. Bam! Just like that, free plywood. I know people might laugh at me because I'm cheap, but this is good plywood, good sheeting for the outside of this coop. So, and it's free. The moving company, they get rid of them every now and then. And I got that there. That was Jackson's garage for his gator that he's no longer interested in. So it's free plywood, so it's all about being frugal. And I'm recycling it. And the scraps I don't use will be added to our burn pile. We'll have a little fire. Enjoy some adult beverages. Maybe some chicken. Not that chicken though. So that's enough of that rant. I have to go get ready for work because it's day for work. So I'm gonna get ready for work, and maybe we'll do a talk on the way to work. Bam! Ready for work, ready to rock and roll for the day. So, oop, little squeaky brakes, a little moisture on the brakes. So everything was fed this morning, everything was watered, everybody is happy. Piglets are out running around. So the sun's shining. Still looks a little gloomy off to the north, but meh, it is what it is. I'll be working all day. So Marisha's gonna be home with the boys today. They're still a little stuffily, and so she'll be home with them. Good news today is chicks are coming today. It's 50 Cornish cross meat birds, and I think I'm gonna be getting 5 more turkeys. So they're coming today, which is super exciting. So Rick is gonna go get those while I'm at work, and then I'll be able to show you our new batch of meat birds tonight. So, which is why I need to get those goslings out of that chicken tractor, so I can kind of spread out the wealth a little bit. So I'll try to be doing that maybe this weekend. So tomorrow, check us out at the Carthage Farmers Market. We'll be there 9 to 4. Unfortunately, we don't have any chicken to sell, but we got a lot of our other stuff. We'll have a few eggs there, a few dozen eggs there. All Marisha's seasonings that she just made, all the candles, the usual stuff. So make sure you stop out and check us out there. We're going to be there every Friday, 9 to 4, starting next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be in Clayton every Thursday, and potentially in Cape Vincent every Tuesday. So we just got to figure out schedules and how it's going to work out. So hopefully that'll make everything smooth, and it'll be a lot easier. So the issue we're having is, I think, a good issue for a small business. We just have to figure out our inventory problem, and it's a good problem to have, because we kind of undershot what we needed. So instead of ordering 100 chickens right out of the gate, I only ordered 50. So I figured that would last us a little bit. I wasn't too sure on how the community would be, or the clientele would be. So I only got 50. So I think next year, when I do my budget, I got a budget for a little bit more right out of the gate. So we do plan on probably getting a few more pigs before the end of the year, shooting them to butcher, no pun intended, sorry, sending them to butcher maybe January-ish. So I got to see when the piglets are born versus when we get them and that sort of thing. So looking to have 12 pigs on the ground by the end of August would be nice. So if we can do that, that'd be great. And then we'll have 100 to 200 birds in tractors on grass. So and hopefully that'll last us throughout the fall and winter. So I'm still gonna try to sell stuff throughout the winter. It just I'm not quite sure if there's any like indoor winter farmers markets. If there are, please comment down below, let me know, because I'd like to get out to them. So right now it'd just be, coming to the house or meeting up, and we'll do something. We are going to be setting up our own farm stand, and by farm stand I mean a table with a tent. So we're gonna do that. I got to go clear the grass down, cut the grass down. It's going to be set up on our Route 12 property. So we're going to be getting some signs made, just some nice hand-painted, rustic-looking signs. It's going to be Route 12 in Burrville. Won't be able to miss us. It's just heading out of Burrville up towards like Rutland, the town of Rutland line. So there's plenty of areas just to pull off the road, grab some produce, grab some chicken if we have it, that sort of thing. And so we're hoping that we can get that going, start the process of getting it going this weekend. We got to get the signs going. We have a friend of ours who's going to make some signs for us, which will be cool. So that should pan out pretty nicely. Not looking to make a killing off of that, but at least it's something, and you don't see a lot of those roadside stands, especially in our area. So it's just one more way to kind of give back to the community. So yeah, so check us out 9 to 4 tomorrow at Carthage Farmers Market. Look out for our Facebook Lives. Check us out when we get our farm stand going. I'll be posting about it. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment, share our videos. We really want to make a go at this, and I want to spread the word of what we do and what we're about. So I'm not looking to make a ton of money off of YouTube. I'm definitely not going to be trying to like do international or national sales. Like, I'm not in that. There's no way I'd be able to keep up with that. So this is mainly just a kind of like a vlog, like what's going on type thing. So make sure you like our channel, subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment, and share. So, and make sure you tell a friend, refer a friend. I'm working on that raffle thing because we got some stuff coming up shortly, and maybe I've mentioned it in a video or two and nobody's really caught on to it. So if you think you know what it is, comment down below. And for those few of you that know, mum's the word. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a good day. Looks like it's going to be decent out. Get outside, do something fun, and until next time, I'll see you.